Yeah, the timer is one.
It's for you guys.
Why is it backwards like that? Like that one? Oh, do you guys get some?
Drop me early on.
You're welcome.
Rachel and Caitlin got chocolate.
Oh yeah, that's really
Okay, so we have everybody's attention. We're ready to start.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our presentation about cognitive dissonance. Here we have me, Alex, Andre, David, and Diana. So, what is cognitive dissonance? A cognitive dissonance is a situation involving conflicting attitudes, beliefs, or behaviors. This produces a feeling of discomfort, leading to an alteration in one's attitudes, beliefs, or behaviors to reduce them. When dissonance occurs, we do one of the following, or all. We change our behavior, justify our behavior by changing the conflict cognition, which is also known as knowledge, justify our behavior by adding new conditions. So a little about history of this theory. It was first developed by Leon Festinger in his 1956 book, When Prophecy Failed, in which authors infiltrated a religious group that was expecting the end of the world at a certain date. They believed that UFO aliens were going to come and get them. When the date passed without the world ending, the movement did not disband. Instead, the group came to believe that they had been spared in order to spread their teachings to others, a justification that resolved the conflict between their previous expectations and reality. Festinger then went on to experiment with college students. So the experiment was that he offered money to student workers to lie. So these were the results. Some did not lie when the amount was given. Some did lie for $1 but changed their minds about the truth. Some did lie but only for $20, which they thought justified lying. Further research. So Elliot Aronson was also another psychologist that was credited with refining the theory of cognitive dissonance. He said it is essentially theory about sense making, how people try to make sense out of their environment and their behavior, and are thus try to lead lives that are, at least in their own minds, sensible and meaningful. Basically, he suggests that individuals strive for three things. One, to preserve a consistent, stable, predictable sense to self. Two, to preserve a confident sense to self. To preserve a morally good sense to self. One of the most known examples of cognitive dissonance is the fable about the fox and the grapes. In the story, a fox sees some high-hanging grapes and wishes to eat them. When the fox is unable to think of a way to reach them, he decides that the grapes are probably not worth eating, with the justification that grapes probably are not ripe or they are sour. But enough about talking. Let us show you what cognitive dissonance is. Please welcome our stars.
Good evening. Is everyone ready to learn about some Starbucks coffee?
Yes.
This is our Kenya AA. It's a special blend that is mixed from the beans in the low-lying desert of Kenya. The climate in Kenya gives this bold flavor. It was paired especially well with croissants. Although it seems like an unlikely pairing, Parisians have been importing Kenya AA for decades.
Michael, is that you? Michael Gatesdale, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in so long, since 15 years ago. Actually, since the day we had to let you go.
I'm doing great, working as a barista, just doing my job. Doing a little tasting here at Starbucks. How are you?
Oh, wow. Well, I'm doing really well. I climbed my way up the corporate ladder at JWT, and I'm currently the senior VP. Things have been so crazy over there. I never thought I'd see you working at a place like this.
You know, I never thought so either, especially after getting fired by the person that I mentored. but I know why you did it. To tell you the truth, I'm glad that you did. How are you doing otherwise? How's that guy Josh you were engaged to? Do you have any kids?
No, we actually split up 6 months after we got married. I just couldn't handle it, the work and the personal life. But hey, listen, I gotta go.
Wait a second. I want to introduce you to someone. This is my new manager, Crystal.
Nice to meet you.
She just received one of the highest accolades a Starbucks partner could get, Regional Manager of the Year.
Hi, Crystal. Nice to meet you. Can I talk to you in private for a
Sure,
second?
sure.
Listen, is Michael doing okay? You know, he used to be a huge advertising executive at a large corporation. Now he's working here. Seems like he's down in the dumps.
Excuse me? Mike's one of the best partners we have here at Broadway 93rd. He shows up on time every day despite his sore feet, and he interacts with the customers really well.
Yeah, but he's taking orders from a young girl like you.
I mean, I had my reservations about Mike. He's an old white guy, $6,000 suit, but he looks like he really needs some help, and I decided to give him a hand. I didn't even think he was going to show up his first day, but even though his money situation has changed, you know, that's not everything in life. Plus, I'm not as old as I look.
See? Here we have two examples of cognitive dissonance. First, we have Linda, who was the one to fire Michael from his position at JWQ, even though they were really good friends and she mentored him. She clearly felt bad about firing him because they were good friends and he taught her a great deal. But Linda's rationalizing that in order for her to get ahead in the company, she needs to do this. Another example of cognitive dissonance is the relationship between Michael and Crystal. Michael has to alter his views and attitude towards having a boss as a young African-American woman. Our next scene is called Merry Christmas, Now Drop Dead.
This is our Verona Blonde blend. It's our mild blend coffee and my personal favorite. Pairs especially well with the banana nut. Mom, wow, you look so good.
Hi, Michael. Good to see you.
You look so nice. Where are you going all dressed up?
You know, I had an appointment with Dr. Kopelman. What a remarkable physician that guy is.
Why? Are you okay? Are you sick?
I'm doing fabulous. Glorioso. Life is grand.
You seem kind of jumpy. How's that?
You know how people do. Tell me about Starbucks. Are you making coffee? Do you like it? Make me a venti frappuccino.
Right away. Venti Frappuccino.
You know, Michael, we had the most amazing Christmas ever this year. Really, it could not have been any better.
Glad to hear. Where's Dad?
Let me tell you about your father. You know how he is.
What?
I gotta run see Dr. Kopelman about this brain aneurysm, darling. Your father? He's dead. Died after Christmas. Best Christmas ever.
See? In this case, Michael's mom is the one displaying cognitive dissonance. She knows that her husband's death is a tragedy and knows that Michael will be upset. So as a result, her behavior is optimistic. Her way of dealing with her husband's death and all the other problems is by being cheerful. And our next scene is called Michael Gill, The Case of the Shiny Shoes.
The Sumatra coffee is a dark roast with hints of caramel and nutmeg on the nose and palate.
Michael Gates Gill. Is that you, old chap? Thought I recognized your face under that black cap and green apron.
Edward Larkin Follows III. Haven't seen you since our days back at New Haven. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. How do you think? Check out these $1,000 shoes I just got shipped from London. Pretty snazzy, huh?
Those are some nice looking shoes. I see you've done well for yourself since our days at Yale.
I suppose so. Although I don't know if I can say the same for yourself. Weren't you high up at JWT, some advertising gig?
Yeah, you're right. I spent most of my post life at Yale in the advertising world, climbing the ranks at JWT. But let me tell you something, those days are far behind me. I couldn't be happier.
You don't say. I doubt that. I mean, look at you serving chocolate and coffee to these people. You're some working class chump now. This must be some kind of marketing thing, right? You're trying to understand what really makes a Starbucks customer tick.
Everett, you're sadly mistaken. I'm working now as a barista and a Starbucks partner, and it's changed my life for the better. I spent my entire adult life at JWT making large sums of money, power, and prestige. All those things sound nice.
Yeah, they do, and I would know.
That's not what life's about, Everett. Chasing the last dollar, swinging the big stick like you're the king of the world, those are all just superficial needs. Those truly don't satisfy a man.
world you're living in, but I'm quite satisfied. I got my house in the Hamptons, my vacation home in Aspen, and my 2-level apartment on Central Park West.
That does sound nice. And maybe you're right. How are those ways in the Hamptons these days? Nope! I cannot live in the past. You know, for a while I was embarrassed to run into someone like you in my apron and cap, falling from the lap of luxury to the world of frappuccinos and espresso brownies sounds like a pretty big drop. And you know what? Maybe it is. But hell, am I glad I had to do it. This job has opened my eyes beyond the superficial and materialistic world that we all live in. It has introduced me to genuine people and to who I truly am. And let me tell you something. The days when I craved a nice pair of Italian shoes are over. I'd like to see you work behind the register of those shoes.
I guess each their own, Michael. It was nice seeing you, I guess. Take care of yourself.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, back to the wonderful mysteries of the Sumatran island and the distinguished being.
See? So here, Everett's lifestyle is the lifestyle that Michael used to have. But since he no longer has the means to sustain that lifestyle anymore, he has to adjust his attitude. And as a result, Michael creates a new perspective on life and believes that he's a better and happier person, unlike the materialistic Everett. And our next scene is called Happy Ending.
Would you like to try some Jamaican Blue? It goes great with our milk-covered chocolate graham crackers.
Hey, Michael.
Susan, my ex-mistress.
What brings you here? I just got Jonathan off the set.
If I'd have known, I'd taken the day off.
It's okay. I wanted us to have some time to chat. And I wanted to see you in action. You know, I really pegged you wrong. I thought
That I was a rich, powerful guy with a good family? Well, I was, but I was always trying to live up to what my parents wanted me to be.
I really thought you'd take care of me, but as I got to know you, I thought you were just a fraud.
Well, I was really unhappy. I owe you an apology. I really wasn't in a great place when we were together.
You've given me a great gift of being a father.
You know, I never thought I'd have the chance to be a dad again. And to be honest, I really didn't think I know how, given the example I had. I wasn't there for my other kids. And I really ruined the image of what we did have.
You always knew. You just have to commit to something other than yourself.
I never thought that from my lowest point I'd become a dad. Have coworkers I respect and learn how to respect myself.
This is the happiest I've ever seen you.
This is the only time I've been happy in my entire life.
Do you think you'd like to go out with me again sometime?
I prefer to stay happy.
So in this instance, Susan represents second chances in life, which has been an overarching theme of the book. He cheated on his wife and fathered a child out of wedlock. Clearly, this is wrong. So Michael has to adjust his views to become consonant with his new life. He believes that he's been given a second chance at being a better father, since he wasn't really a good father the first time. So he's slowly changing his behavior and spending more time with his son, Jonathan.
So as you guys can see in the last 4 scenes, cognitive dissonance is really a running theme throughout the text. Michael Gates Gill had a pretty high-rolling, influential position at JWT. He made a lot of money, he had a family, and all that changed pretty quickly for him. And he pretty much ruined anything he really had at that time. And what ended up happening was he found this job at Starbucks. And for a man who came from money, this position was very different. And it really gave him a totally different perspective on life. And he had to live life, making minimal amounts of money, living in a small apartment without a family. And for him, that's a tough change, a big change. And so the opportunity that he had was to take this new life and to use that as a rationalization as to how he can have a better life. And so he looked at his position at Starbucks and said, hey, you know what, this is my chance to treat people the way they should be treated and look at myself and have some respect for myself. And so that's how he was able to rationalize this major change in his life. So as you can see in how Starbucks saved my life, it really was an opportunity for Michael to reduce the cognitive dissonance in his life one latte at a time. Thank you.
Thank you.
There's more. There's more. I have no idea. I think it went dead. Oh yeah.